record on this computer. There we go. Cool. Right, I'm just going to try and do it so I can see everyone's beautiful faces. Okay. There we go. Got too many screens open. Still got more people coming in. Jan is coming in. Steph was going to be in charge of the waiting room. However, Steph hasn't got very good Wi-Fi. Steph's actually in Portsmouth this evening. She's left me all to myself. But by the power of Zoom, we're still connected, so it's all good. Right, okay, I'm gonna make that a bit bigger. Okay, I can't see who's. Okay, right, okay, one more time. Okay, right, let's crack on. Okay, we're recording. There's people still coming in. There's a couple of people that said they were going to be a little bit late as well, just because putting Kitty Winks to bed, etc. I've hit record. That was my first thing to remember to do. But first and foremost, I just want to say a massive welcome to everybody who has been able to make it live this evening. Super stoked that you're all here. I think actually over 50 people have registered for tonight. So for those actually that are, I know a lot of those people reached out to me and said that they unfortunately couldn't make it live, but they were going to be catching up on the replay. So if you're watching on #replay, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I'm going to get rid of this little one because she's already started. You can just leave. Cool. So yeah, if you're watching the replay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And I reckon we're pretty much good to go. So let's get a few little comments on the go, although I can actually already see that some are coming in thick and fast. Where is everyone dialing in from tonight? So let's get a little bit of a flavour of where you are dialing in from. I think we're actually international tonight as well, people. I think we've gone international. So I think, if I'm right, we've got Laura in the house who is dialing in, I believe, from Canada, Cardiff, Hampton, Lincolnshire, Dorset. I've got my contact lenses in, but I'm still blind as a bat. Bristol, Staffordshire, Devon, sunny Plymouth, obviously. Cool. Portsmouth, yes, obviously Steph's in Pompey tonight. So Barnsley, hey Tracy, how you doing? Sharon, the birth of rugby. Oh God. Wales? I don't know, I'm probably going to be shot by everyone in this country for saying that.
Rugby?
Oh, actually, rugby, the birth of rugby. Where's that, Sharon? Where are you at? Still letting people in. You online, Sharon? You unmute. Where you at? Put us all out of our misery.
She has rugby.
Oh, I don't get the joke. The birth of rugby. Right, we'll move on.
Rugby itself.
I thought it was like, yeah, ignore me. We'll crack on. It's been a long day, and I've literally just come from the dentist, so I've been sat for over an hour and a half getting my face drilled to bits, which is not ideal. But anyway, right, okay, cool. So obviously most people have got their cameras on, which is amazing, thank you. I know some people aren't able to put their cameras on because you are juggling multiple things, or I think we've got somebody that's in the car driving, so you definitely can't put your camera on. But if you are able to put your camera on, it really does help just with the flavour of the whole evening, and just to get some actual face-to-face connection, which is, you know, always really nice, and to get some engagement going. Participation is actively encouraged. So before I jump on and like deep dive into the content that I've got in store for you lovely people this evening, I just wanted to, I guess, set the scene a little bit for the way in which this presentation is going to work this evening. So there's about 40 minutes worth of actual content, valuable content, content that you're going to be able to implement straight away today. That was my mission when it came to putting this together. I want everyone, no matter what, to come away with some really good nuggets, hopefully some light bulb moments, and a really good foundation for kicking on. Then for around 10 minutes or so, I'm going to let everyone know about my brand new, very exciting high performance group mentoring program. So that's going to be for about 10 minutes or so. So full transparency, that is going to come at the end, an opportunity to be able to work with me a little bit more intimately. I'm then going to be announcing the winner to last week's challenge. And then I'm going to open up the floor for Q&A, and we can go as long as you want to go within reason for that this evening. So let's just see, we got anyone else? No, we're good. Okay, so let's crack on. So firstly, just to make sure that we or you are very much dialed into the right masterclass tonight, and hopefully what I'm going to say is going to resonate with you on some level. Does everyone here want to generate more income into your business? And if you do, again, thumbs up on the camera. If you've not got your camera on, give me some feedback in the comments. Hell yes, 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 Laura, amazing. Okay, so everyone wants to generate more income into their business. Good. That first and foremost, that is why we're here. And secondly, does everyone here want to stand out from the crowd in your chosen niche? So again, let me know on the camera, in the comments, do you want to stand out from the crowd in your chosen niche? Oh, yes, thumbs up. Yes, absolutely. Bloody right. Okay, cool. So over the course of the next 40 minutes or so, I'm going to be explaining to you why, firstly, these two things are connected, and secondly, why I think confidence is critical when it comes to attracting more leads and more opportunities into your business, and ultimately supercharging your income. Okay, so firstly, just to give a little bit of a snapshot into me, there's some people online this evening who haven't been in my world before. This is all brand new. So, and for those that have been following me, maybe you might not know some of this stuff. So hopefully you all know my name, Lucy Ingram. I'm based in the sunny ocean city that is Plymouth, where I live with my partner in crime, my ride or die, my better half, Stephanie, and our crazy Asbo French Bulldog, Cersei, or as she likes to be called, Queen Cersei. So I stand in front of you, I sit in front of you this evening as a proud veteran of 21 years service. And this is because at the tender age of sweet 16, although there was nothing sweet or tender about me, I can assure you of that, but that's a different story for a different day. I made the best decision of my life and I joined the Royal Navy. A career that took me to the four corners of the earth, across four very, very different job roles and on multiple operations all over the world. I've come under mortar fire. I've steered warships to catch drug runners and pirates. I have been a prison guard in the middle of the Iraqi desert. I've helped run COVID wards, and I've helped rehabilitate servicemen and women back from the most catastrophic brain and blast injuries you could ever imagine. And I've been honoured on several occasions to represent the UK Armed Forces at the British Snowboard Championships. So really the above is just, that's just a bit of a snapshot into the very unique challenges and experiences that I had right up until I made the second best decision of my life, and that was to leave the Royal Navy, which I did on my 37th birthday, 26th of June 2022, to jump into the crazy world of property, business, entrepreneurship, and high performance coaching. So I'm not telling you all of this just for the fun of it. The reason that I'm giving you a little bit of an insight into my story so far is because in so many ways it has shaped the person that I am today, and it set the context, the way in which I approach my life. So that's just a little bit about me before we get going. I'm just going to ask if anyone's got their mic on, would you please just mind just muting it, just because I'm getting some bit of reverb going on. If you wouldn't mind, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, guys. Okay, cool. Right. So, let's move on. So who here, again, let's get a little bit of arms in the air, like you just don't care, or a little bit of comment interaction. Who here is interested in high performance? Again, just give me a thumbs up or in the comments if you are interested in high performance. Good, you're in the right place. So to the entrepreneur, high performance is the holy grail. Sure, you'll all agree, okay? So we read books, we listen to podcasts, pay thousands for courses, mentorships, retreats, and the rest. And we do this to try and improve our performance and gain that competitive edge, so we can become the person out front, just like in that slide. However, today we find ourselves in the midst of a global wellness and performance industry that is worth almost $5 trillion. And yet never has it been more confusing as to just what the right thing to do is. And again, if anyone agrees with that, give me a little head nod, give me a thumbs up. There's a lot going on right now. It's difficult. It is difficult to wade through that. You know, is it multivitamin injections weekly? Is it daily morning ice baths? Is it taping our mouths closed at night time? Is it putting that little needle in the back of our arm that measures our glucose levels over 24 hours and we've got to eat a blue cookie? Like, does anyone else feel a little bit overwhelmed as to just how to live well and perform better? And again, if that is resonating with you, then let's see it in the comments. Coffee, no coffee. Mind-boggling. Yes, overwhelming. Yeah, it really, really is. And what I've come to realise throughout my time on this earth so far is this. If we all just had more confidence in ourselves and our capabilities, then we could actually be so much more successful. So I believe that confidence is unequivocally associated with high performance and success. And if we can overcome our fears and learn how to stand out from the crowd, then we can actually generate more leads into our business. We can close more deals, and ultimately we can supercharge our income. So I want you to all try this for a second. So I'm just going to go through who else we've got on. I'm just seeing some more faces. Cool. Right, guys, I want you to try this for a second, okay? I want you to think back to a time in your life where you had success. Perhaps you had made a sale, you closed a deal, maybe you'd received a promotion at work, or maybe you'd won a competition or received an award. And I want you to think about how you felt at that time. Did you sit there and wait for this success to come to you? Did it just happen to you? Or did you seize the initiative? Did you go out there and did you take action? Did you grab the bull by the horns? Because here's the thing, success comes to those who take action. But in order to get started and start hustling in the big bad world, you need to have the self-belief and the courage. And this takes, guess what? It takes confidence. Okay, so that is the running theme of this presentation, guys. Everywhere leads back to confidence. So what are the benefits of improved confidence? Well, here is just a few. So if you've got improved confidence, you're going to be able to boldly project yourself into the world. You're going to be able to open yourself up to new opportunities. You're going to be able to break out of your comfort zone and grow. You're going to be able to unleash your inner superpower. You're going to be able to showcase your most authentic self. And you're going to be able to make more money, which ultimately is going to allow you to spend more time doing the things that you want to do with the people that you want to do it with. Okay, so what am I here to talk to you about tonight? Okay, so I'm here to talk to you tonight about confidence. Like, I hope you've already picked up on that. And I'm going to talk to you tonight about the 6 confidence accelerators. Okay, so can I get it? Oh, right. Okay, so during my 24, I can see everyone's lips pursing together then. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so during my 21 years in the military and 4 years in business, I have coached hundreds of people unleash their untapped potential. And now I'm on a mission to empower ambitious entrepreneurs who want to supercharge their income through building confidence, bringing the energy, and standing out from the crowd. And I truly believe that all of you in this virtual room tonight have the power within you to master your own confidence. And if you can do this, you'll achieve much, much more success and fulfillment in your business and in your life. Okay, so when we break down confidence into its component parts, what does it look like? Well, this is what it looks like to me. What are the building blocks? I think there's 6. I've discovered through my observations, my experiences, that there are 6 accelerator strategies that anyone can adopt with a little knowledge and application to find your confidence within. And when these accelerators are combined together, they are going to give you the presence of mind, the self-belief, and the courage to be bold and break out of your comfort zone and not just survive in business, but thrive. So we're going to look at these in turn. But before we do that, I hope you can see maybe that the accelerators are more than just concepts. They're verbs, they're doing words, they're actionable strategies, that they all require more than just thinking about how to solve a problem, but also deliberate action on your part as well. And in this way, these accelerators are not just going to change your mindset, they're going to level up your whole behavior. So let's have a look at these. So we've got everyone here still. Any comments to catch up on? Can't be done without confidence. Felt like $1 million. Yes, me too. Okay, cool. Everyone's still there. Wicked, wicked, wicked. And if you've got any questions as we go through, please feel free to whack it in there. I've got a Q&A at the end. If there's anything that comes up that's relevant that I see, I'll do my best to answer it there and then. So confidence accelerator number 1, discovering your purpose. So what is your why? Knowing your very reason for being is going to energize your every waking moment. So let's jump into this. Okay, so many people spend their lives on autopilot, reacting from situation to situation instead of being proactive and figuring out what needs and values drive them. Maybe you can identify a little bit of this in yourself, or maybe someone that you know. In the Riding High movement, which I hope everyone's a member of now, purpose is defined as living with intention in order to reach a destination that has both personal meaning and adds value to the world. And I believe that in order to build confidence in how you project yourself in your business and in all aspects of your life, you need to look closely at this thing called purpose. And some of the people that I've worked with told me that they've found when they've defined and got clarity on their purpose, what it's given them is a feeling of being in their flow, in complete alignment, a sense of like they're like literally burning with passion, and that they never work another day in their life. But what about this one? Increased confidence. If life has meaning, this leads to fulfillment, and in turn, this brings us to a heightened state of being, a state of clarity, of organic drive, and of course, confidence. And this in turn is going to massively amplify your productivity, and it's going to give you that performance edge that everyone is looking for. Okay, so has anyone read Ikigai? And if you have, again, hands up, or just let me know in the comments. Let me know what you thought of Ikigai as well in the comments. So I'm a massive fan of Ikigai. It's an incredible book. If you haven't read it, I would definitely, absolutely recommend it. And I draw a lot of inspiration when it comes to my interpretation of Ikigai and purpose. So I don't know, just let someone in. So, like I said, I draw a lot of the inspiration from Ikigai, and this is my interpretation of what that is. And it's in order to get closer to your purpose, you must find your power center. So this is the place that we draw our confidence from, a place that we can call on to muster our self-belief. So what is that? Well, this is, in essence, the intersection of three areas. So your skills, so what you're good at, your loves, what lights the fire inside, and your values. So what do you actually stand for? And when two circles overlap and you get that intersection, it creates your passion, your strength, and your mission. And these are organic energy sources, areas that you can draw on to generate positive energy flow, passion, and self-esteem. And the bit in the middle, your true confidence source. And if you can find something that meets all three, so you're good at it, you're passionate about it, and it is important to you, this becomes your power center. And you're going to be in your flow, your ultimate superpower, where you're the best version of yourself, positively unstoppable, and you'll never work another day in your life. So just a little bit of a caveat on this one, because I know that it can feel quite deep. Often people do tell me that they get a little bit like overwhelmed with purpose, especially if it's like just something new that they've been introduced to. And I would just say, like, don't panic to that, because it's certainly not something that you're necessarily going to figure out overnight, and it does take some time to identify. I do go into this in a hell of a lot more detail on my program that I will tell you about later on, to teach you ways in which you can start to break this down and hone in on all of these areas. Okay, so number 2, determining your destination. Understanding where you're headed and how you're going to get there is going to give you the strength and the focus to stay committed to your goals. Okay, so goal setting is probably one of the subjects that I get asked about most, where people generally need the most help. And why do you think that is? That's an open question. Is this an area, let's get some feedback. Is this an area that anyone on the call struggles with tonight, that finds this a little bit challenging? Your destination is where all roads meet. It's your endpoint. What does life look like when you've accomplished your mission? And who here has a mission statement, by the way? I know people that did the last challenge with me back in January will have one, because we went through it together. But does anyone not have a mission statement? Let me know in the comments. If you do, if you don't, let's get some engagement going. Participation is actively encouraged. It would go very hard to set 10-year goals. We generally look at 5-year plus goals because 10 years can be a little bit long. It does get a little bit overwhelming. I don't really, not good. Okay. So I just want you to close your eyes, and don't worry, I'm not going to take a photo of you all with your eyes closed. But I just want you to close your eyes for 10 seconds, and I want you to think about and try and visualize your endpoint. So your vision, what are you striving for? Like, what are you actually working your butts off for right now? And I might ask for a share. I might ask if someone's feeling confident enough to unmute and have a little share on this. What is your vision? What are you doing this for? And can you define it in 5 words or less? It's quite a hard task actually, without giving you any notice. So if anyone wants to share and it's over five words, don't I won't hold it against you. But does anyone want to share what their vision is? I love this. Ildiko, to travel the world and spend all of my time with Daniel. Love it. Financial freedom, to travel and explore the world and enjoy every day. Chris, love it. So if you haven't got one of those right now, maybe it's time to start thinking about one, because when the days get difficult, when the challenges roll in, it's this that's going to keep you going. Why are you doing it in the first place? So mine is laptop life with a view. So that's mine. So having a clear destination broken down into strategic goals, generally speaking, 5 years plus, more strategic, bigger picture thinking, and then smaller, tangible objectives. So your annuals and your quarterlies is absolutely fundamental to your business and your personal growth and success. So knowing your destination, so why knowing your destination is so important. There's 2 reasons for that. Firstly, growth. So why are you doing it all? What are you striving for? And there was even a study in the US that found that people who had clearly defined goals were much less likely to suffer from negative thoughts, negative thought patterns, self-limiting beliefs that can ultimately affect your well-being and your self-esteem. Because recognizing that you have the ability within you to grow, to take charge of your destiny, this is what makes you feel bold, makes you feel alive. And guess what? Knowing that this is within your control will make you feel truly empowered, like you have a superpower. And the second reason why destination is so important is motivation. Your endpoint must hold such great value to you. Remember, the thought of your destination must fill you with so much fire that, the thought of not doing it is just way too costly. You have no choice but to seek that destination. So therefore, if you found the endpoint to strive for, and you can visualize it with absolute clarity, this is going to generate motivation, productivity, focus, and in turn, it's going to ultimately massively build your confidence. So again, if destination, if vision isn't something that you've thought about, things like a vision board, super powerful. Get a vision board, put all of the things that you strive for on that vision board in pictorial form so you can see it every single day. Stick it up in front of your computer. It works wonders, again, especially when times are tough. So just a little bit again of something that you may have seen before, guys. There's several different iterations of this. You might have seen it as the wheel of life, the wheel of wellness. This is the dimensions of wellness. It's essentially a pie with segments. And again, throughout my program, I go very deeply into how to set strategic and tactical goals. That's a whole big session. But today I just wanted to touch on a framework to give you to get the juices flowing ultimately, and to start getting you to think about your goals. So to ensure that your goals cover all aspects of your life, this is something that I use. So the 8 dimensions of wellness. And has anyone actually used this model or a similar model? Sit back and say you've done it. Oh, I love that, Tracy. Love that. Jan, to help as many people as possible align with their soul purpose and have a high vibration. Yes, love it. Yeah, similar. Wheel of Life, Christina's used. Yeah. There's several different versions of this out there, and ultimately it comes from a place that, in order to achieve contentment, fulfillment in your life, you need to be winning at all 8 areas. Have you ever recognized that when one area of your life is going really, really well, another area tends to be going badly? And this is because we're focusing way too much of our time and energy and focus on one area of our life, and we're completely neglecting the other areas. So it's no good being a billionaire and dying at the age of 50 because you've neglected your physical health kind of thinking. And equally, you can't commit to supporting a friend with every single problem that they have without paying attention to your own emotional and mental well-being. So when we set goals, you need to be making progress in all 8 areas. Now, clearly, some of them are going to hold more value to others than others. Maybe growing intellectually is going to hold more value to you than, say, environmental goals, for instance. But what we see here is that if we pay attention to as many of these areas as we can, this is going to ensure that you are continuing to evolve and develop, and it's going to build your personal wellness and resilience. So again, this type of model, you could go, okay, so physical, what does a 10 in your mind, the best version of yourself, what would the 10 be? And then you can simply just mark off where you are right now. And again, that can give you a really good snapshot across the board of areas that you need to spend a little bit more time on. Okay, so is everyone still with me? Is what I'm saying resonating, guys? Is this helpful? Is this useful? Is this providing value? Let me know. Lisa, I've used a Wheel of Life. It's a great tool. It really, really is. And again, it's a good visual tool as well to see where we're at. Okay, so developing your mindset or having the right frame of mind will give you the resilience and the enthusiasm to grow and to see opportunity in every single challenge. Okay, so why is mindset so important? Well, in truth, mindset isn't a separate strategy, guys. Mindset is actually the fundamental aspect that underpins and influences everything that we do. And I'm sure everyone agrees with that. It's massive. It's the glue in between absolutely everything. Developing what I call a bulletproof mindset is the one secret weapon in the armory that we can develop to drive success and overcome challenge. And as we know, in business, entrepreneurship, there is a lot of challenges that come in on a regular basis. And so this weapon actually consists of not one, but 2 parts. So number 1 is our defense. So that's our resilience. And number 2 is our offense. So that's our growth mindset. So firstly, what's resilience? Well, essentially, resilience is our capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, essentially how good we are at bouncing back from adversity. And secondly, a growth mindset is the belief that you can continually improve through application and embracing hardships. Those with a growth mindset see opportunity instead of challenge, instead of obstacles, choosing to challenge themselves to move beyond the end of their comfort zone, where, as we know, the true growth really occurs. And those that can master that bulletproof mindset will have a clear performance edge over everyone else in their field. The ability to believe anything is possible, that the only limiting factor in your success is you. So I'm just going to touch on resilience now. Again, just timing that I've got this evening. And I believe that there are 2 steps, 2 levels when it comes to building our defenses as part of your bulletproof mindset. And I'm going to take you through level 1 right now. Okay, so level 1, getting the fundamentals right. So what you see here is the riding high resilience pentagon. And this is the model that I developed through my 20 plus years in the military, which has proved equally effective during my time in business. And it also feeds into some ideas that I explore in future modules. In a nutshell, these 5 fundamental habits for me are non-negotiable. So let's have a little look at them one by one. So firstly, at the top, we've got rest your body. So this is ensuring that you have enough rest, that you're looking after yourself, you're getting the right amount of R&R in. Like, who here gets 8 hours sleep a night? That's the optimal. Who actually, come on, let's get some comments going. Who actually gets 8 hours? And actually, let me know how many hours you do actually get. So how many hours sleep a night on average do you get? I reckon I get about 8, I think. Definitely do my best to get in bed earlier and earlier these days, that's for sure. Lucky if I get 6, Sue around 7, Maria, I wish. Lisa 7, Sharon does, well done, gold star. Steph 7, Matt, I keep going to call you Nicola. 8 hours most nights, that's really good. Chris, I think we do, but we don't. We hit 6 or 7, 8 on a good night. Interrupted about 7, Tracy. Ildiko, I've reduced my target to 6.5, so I don't feel like a failure every day. So aim to be in bed for 7.5 to 8 hours. Yeah, Christina, not if my daughter has anything to do with it. Okay, so yeah, 8 hours is the optimal, and you know, by the looks of it on the comments, we're all striving for it, because we all recognise that we need sleep first and foremost to recharge our bodies and to be able to perform at our optimal. You know, especially when we're running businesses, we're starting new ventures, we're hustling hard. Like, you know, we've got to give ourselves a chance. Okay, so next up, think about your body. So this is the time to inwardly reflect, you know, whether it is you practice gratitude, you manifest, you meditate, you know, or you just simply switch off from the world and be present. So again, in my day, that's a non-negotiable for me to have that time. And you know, when we go into more details on goals and time blocking and such, you know, that kind of all starts to factor in there. Connect with other bodies. So this is about the power of connection, the power of community, being with people that lift you. You know, remembering a rising tide lifts all boats. So I have like saying, like, you know, be a radiator, don't be a drain. Be around other radiators that give off warm, positive energy. And move your body. So get those endorphins going, get the heart pumping, get out there, get out in nature, move your body. A surefire way to stay young. And again, you know, back to routines, you know, wherever you do your exercise, if it's walking, running, gym, tennis, you know, whatever that may be, you know, is it in your diary? Do you make sure that every single day there's a portion of your day that's set aside for that? Is it structured in your day? Is it time blocked out? Because if it isn't, it's going to fall away to the wayside when you're busy fighting fires. It's got to be in your routine. And be kind to your body. So, you know, making sure that we're putting the right stuff in our bodies. You know, and I'm certainly not about restricting anything. You know, life's all about balance, equilibrium. You know, we've got to enjoy ourselves as well, whatever that means to you. But again, just being aware that, you know, our health and well-being is such a huge factor in our performance, and our longevity. Okay, so number 4, deploying discipline, moving forward. So this is about, and this rolls on quite nicely really from what we've just touched on in mindset. This is about the small habits performed consistently that's going to boost your performance when the going gets tough. Okay, so when we look at how people react to the word discipline, there's generally 2 groups of people. So let me know what group that you sit in the comments. The first group, let's call them the I want my marshmallow now group, will shudder when they hear the word discipline, and they'll be filled with a feeling of dread. And for these people, for this group, discipline feels like a shackle around their ankles. You know, I can't eat this because I'm trying to lose weight. I can't go out because I'm trying to save money. They think that deploying discipline is about compromise, sacrifices, and giving up the good stuff. Basically, a life of absolute misery, devoid of any fun. And does this resonate with anyone? Is anyone in that group? And this is because they're not necessarily viewing discipline as the powerful tool that it is. So we've got the second group of people. We'll call this group the I'll wait for my 2 marshmallows group. And if you haven't read the marshmallow test, stick it on your book of reading recommends. I'm not going to go into it now because we'll be here all night. But so this group think of discipline as the ultimate motivation booster, because actually practicing discipline and self-control is one of the most empowering and liberating things that you can do, because it allows you to live life on your terms. And in life, it's so important that we focus our efforts on what we can control rather than what we can't control, as this will have the biggest impact on our success. And it's an area where, you know, ultimately we can control our behaviors. And again, Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. If you haven't read that, again, that's another great book recommend. So ultimately, setting yourself parameters of your choosing that align with your values and goals makes it easier to demonstrate that unwavering commitment to those goals. Because if your why is strong enough, and this is why purpose and destination is so important, then you can instinctively reject the distractions that don't align with your values and that do not align with your goals. But why is discipline so important when it comes to building your confidence? What is the link here? Well, okay, so we've got another diagram. What I call this is the ride circle of self-control. Is everyone still with me? Let's get some. Let's just change my screen. See everyone, all these beautiful people. Big waves, big thumbs up, big fist pumps and high fives. Okay, so it starts with goal setting at the top, and it moves through to number 1, deploying the right habits that support your goals. And as you do this, you're going to start to feel empowered. So number 2, you'll feel like you've taken back control and you've put life in order, providing structure and routine. This in turn leads to a sense of gratification and freedom. Number 3, because every time you say no to a short-term pleasure, every time you exercise your willpower in search of the greater good, you are delivering yourself the opportunity for future bigger rewards. And in turn, you will be spurred on, because this sense of freedom, opportunity, and reward has the power to boost your energy and productivity, which is number 4. So through taking back control of the decisions that affect your life and progress toward your goals, you're going to generate self-motivation, courage, and huge amounts of positivity as well. Okay, so confidence accelerator number 5. Driving your profile. So by confidently positioning yourself within your chosen niche, you will radiate a vibrancy and a glow that's going to attract your tribe. So those that did the challenge last week, hopefully will recognize this triangle, I hope. Who is here from the challenge? Jan. Who else is here from the challenge? Lisa. Cool, cool, cool. Right, cool. So, does anyone want to share what they think profile means? And again, just let's get some two-way engagement. Let's make sure you're all still with me. Feel free to unmute if you just want to like blurt it out. But I want you to start thinking, what does profile mean to you in your business? What do you think profile is? There's no wrong answers.
Who your target market is, who you're targeting.
Yeah, love it. Exactly. Social media networking, Jan. Yeah, great. Great answer there, Lindsay. Thank you. Brilliant. Okay, so yeah, profile is essentially the version of yourself that you're willing to put out there into the ether. But what I found, definitely over the last kind of 12 to 18 months, from those that I've coached, both group-based and one-to-one, is that this is one of the main areas that people are struggling with and that are really finding a challenge when it comes to projecting themselves, promoting their businesses. And this seems to come down to two main reasons. Firstly, lack of confidence and drive when it comes to promoting yourself and your business. But the thing is this, the way in which we market ourselves and project ourselves is probably, arguably, one of the most important ways in which we can generate opportunities and leads into our business. Now, this is a pretty big topic, and again, just for timing, because I don't want to, keep you on here for the next 2 to 3 hours. Tonight, I'm just going to touch on one aspect of this particular module, which is communicating with impact, where I feel significant gains can be made pretty much straight away. And I'm going to then touch on a separate bit to what we did in the challenge last week, just so those that are here for the challenge, you've got some more content that you've not seen before. So communicating with impact, ultimately it's the way in which that we communicate with our audience, and in fact will be the difference on whether or not you are heard or not, but more importantly, whether you're going to be able to leave an impact and influence behavior. So your audience needs to feel like you are talking to them directly. So what you say needs to add value, and it needs to offer solutions. So therefore, your message needs to be simple. So don't overcomplicate it. It needs to be consistent. This is going to help you to build know, like, and trust of your audience. And it needs to be coherent. So, make it super obvious, remembering that the confused mind doesn't buy. And this message needs to transcend across all of your platforms. So essentially, you can reinforce your brand identity and your skill set. Now, I talk a lot more about audience building and brand identity in other trainings, but again, for the sake of time, I'm going to dig a little bit deeper just into the middle point there, which is storytelling. Okay, so this is one thing that you can do to consistently engage and connect with your audience, ensuring that you are building powerful emotional connections. So when you share a personal or relatable story, your audience is going to be naturally reminded of their own similar experiences or times that they've gone through challenge or adversity, and it's going to place them in that place. So this is going to bring out 3 attributes that your audience will be looking for from you. So that is authenticity, relatability, and vulnerability. can you think of like when you've read a post and someone's used this within the structure of their post? And again, I'll go into structure and other bits and pieces and other trainings, but have you seen when somebody's used an example, an experience that they've been through, and it's made you think about your own experiences? It builds know, like, and trust. You realize that the person that's posting, or you're seeing their marketing, or whatever that may be, that they're actually a human being. So it's a really, really powerful tool to share stories and experiences. It ultimately builds a connected and engaged audience, which accelerates the know, like, and trust process and moves your audience closer towards taking action, which again is going to massively boost your confidence. It'll be self-propagating. You'll find you'll get more confidence and you'll want to post more and you'll want to share more because people will start to engage with you. You'll start to build powerful connections. So what I've put on here is a little talking point. Firstly, who here uses ChatGPT or any other similar platform? Who uses it? Anyone? Anyone? Ildiko, little wave. Anyone? Chris. Yeah, Christina, yes. Sharon, yes. Tracy, yes. Steph, yes, it's a game changer. Chris, yes. Sue dabbled with it. Matt, occasionally. Ildiko, a little bit, with not much success so far. Okay, so hopefully this is going to help them. So ChatGPT is an incredible platform, and as we all know, we are living in a digitally driven world right now, which is only going to go one way, where we've got platforms, we've got softwares, we've got apps literally at our fingertips to help us leverage essentially our time, and to help us in this area. Writing copy might absolutely fill you with dread. It might not be your forte. Or the thought of like spending a whole Sunday writing content is just like, no, thank you. So this is something that can really, really help. The only thing I would say, and it's a bit of a caveat, and sometimes why maybe people aren't necessarily getting the traction on it, if you liken ChatGPT to baking a cake, right? So stay with me. So you're putting your ingredients in, so you're putting all the information that you want into your mixing bowl, right? You're mixing it up, you're getting the air in it. I'm like definitely not a chef, but I don't actually think I've ever made a cake in my life. So you're putting all the ingredients in, you're stirring it up good and proper, you're putting it in the oven. Oven's ChatGPT, and that's now going to be baking your cake for you. You're going to take it out, you've seen that it's risen in there, it's smelling great, it's all spongy with just enough crust on the top. You take it out and it's just a bland cake. It's just a brown like cake. This is where we need to be sharing our personalities. This is where we need to start introducing our voice, our individuality, what makes us us, because your audience needs to start understanding what you sound like and what your voice is, because that way then they start to build know, like, and trust with you. So I'm sure all of you have seen posts out there, you're scrolling through and somebody has literally just copied and pasted something from ChatGPT, and it's so obvious. It's just like so obvious. So all I would say is this is the time when you put the icing on, you put your decoration on, you put your your little figurines on it. You make it you. It is a very powerful tool, but we've got to bring our personalities to what we're putting out there as well. Rubbish, Steph, rubbish in, rubbish out. Yes, brilliant. Chris, I'm just off to edit a few posts. Oh, it is such a great tool. Like if you've got writer's block, or you just can't think it, or you just want to put it through just to check grammar, check flow, and then you still maybe go back in and tweak a few things, and again make it you, like make it sound like you. People need to love you, and again, once you kind of get the hang of it, it builds confidence, and it builds confidence in your audience with you as well. So It's mutually exclusive. Christina, it's so great for inspiration. It really is. Okay, so confidence accelerator number 6, daring to take action. Arguably the most important accelerator out of all of them. And if you can successfully deploy accelerators 1 to 5, then you are going to be positively charged and ready to unleash hellfire. But the thing is this, guys, you've got to light the fuse. You've got to light the fuse. You've got to take action. Okay, so action taking is really just being more productive. You know, do you ever look at certain people and think, how the hell do they achieve so much? You know, we all know someone like that. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, yet some people just seem to achieve twice, maybe 3 times as much as everyone else, and they still manage to get 8 hours sleep a night. Like, how is this even possible? Well, if there was a way to do more with the same 24 hours that everyone else has, would you want to know more about that? Yeah. Yes, we all would, definitely. So I love this quote by Kafka, which reads, productivity is being able to do things that you were never able to do before. It refers to productivity like it's an attribute or a skill. And if you can master it, you can do more, you can achieve more, and you can be more. Would anyone want that? To be more productive? Well, it's entirely possible for all of us to be more productive. And no matter how efficient we may think that we already are in our work and in our lives, we can always improve. Okay, so if you wish to leverage your life, and by that I mean getting more done with the same amount of time, there are 3 fundamental steps that I believe you need to be following in order to master your time and become a productivity ninja. So each of these steps have their own associated time hack tools, again, which I go into in super fine detail in my productivity module. But I'm gonna just talk to you about one of them tonight. I'm going to touch on one of them, but firstly, I just want to frame what I'm about to say with this. That firstly, none of this is rocket science, none of this is groundbreaking, and none of this will necessarily be new to you. But remember the difference between success and mediocrity. I put my teeth back in, but I have had a drill for 2 hours today, so that's my excuse. Is your commitment to getting to your destination? Are you willing to do what it takes to ride high in life? So again, for the purpose of time, I'm just going to delve a little bit deeper into step number 1 at the bottom of that pyramid, which is prioritization. And if you can master this, you're going to be more organized. You'll be able to ensure that the important things are done. It's going to help to massively reduce your overwhelm, and you're going to be able to achieve a way better work-life balance, thus significantly reducing stress and reducing that cognitive load of decision making, that analysis paralysis that we can also easily be faced with, especially if we're not firing off all cylinders. Okay, so there's 2 tools that I'm just going to again touch on for prioritization. There's 2 tools. Number 1 is eat that frog. Has anyone not, in fact, no, I want positive engagement here. Has everyone come across this before? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Never. Wicked. I love that when people haven't seen something. Or are you being sarcastic? I haven't. Holly has. Wicked. Cool, cool. Okay, cool, cool. Right. So does anyone struggle from time to time with making decisions on where to focus their time and energy? And again, put your hand up. Let's see. Let's go through the camera roll. Hands up, hands up. Yep, yep, yep. It can be all too easy to pick off the simple, small tasks and avoid the big ones that we don't want to do, right? Yeah, I think every single one of us has probably been guilty of that at one stage or another. Procrastination is productivity's worst enemy. So Brian Tracy, another great author, coined this phrase, eat that frog, which is based on the idea that if you start your day by tackling your most challenging or unpleasant task, so the frog, everything else will seem easier by comparison. So the frog represents the most daunting or important task on your to-do list, the one that you're most likely to procrastinate on. Maybe it's difficult, maybe it's high value, so needs a lot of brain power. But leaving high valued tasks, which could be your most income generating tasks, not only is potentially leaving money on the table, but it's highly likely to actually play on your mind throughout the day, which is going to lead to decreased motivation and overwhelm, further reducing your productivity even more. Has anyone experienced that? It can be really, really easy to get into that negative cycle, and it's easy to get dragged into it. So instead, by remembering to confront the task head on and tackling it first thing, so eating the frog, maybe get a little picture of the frog and stick it in front of your desk just to give you a little visual reminder in the morning. But by eating that frog, you end up getting a huge burst of gratification, and this will set you up for success and ensure that the momentum is in place the rest of your day and the rest of your tasks. Okay, so the last one. So this is tool number 2 of decision making. So again, has anyone seen this before? Is this brand new? Ildiko, you've seen this before. You've done it with me before. Matt. Okay, cool. So President Eisenhower, someone who spent a great amount of their career making tough decisions every day, developed a matrix which can help you to prioritize your tasks both by urgency and importance. So again, take a picture of this if this is new to you. So again, it's a simple, but it's a really effective tool. So by following the principles of planning, prioritization, delegating, and scheduling, you can start to see things in the right order. So to achieve your goals and be more productive by developing highly effective habits for yourself. And it is super, super simple. You just need to ask yourself 2 questions. Number 1, is this important? And number 2, is this urgent? So important and urgent, the green, receives the highest priority level and should be your primary focus to complete as soon as possible. So most often the same day that you get it. Important but not urgent, so blue, are longer term goals and tasks that are important but don't necessarily have a firm deadline yet. You should schedule them in a timely manner, doing the most urgent ones right after you've finished everything from the do quadrant, the green quadrant. So not important but urgent, yellow, are the ones that you can delegate to other professionals, maybe other members of your team, or appoint to yourself to complete, but only after you've completed the green and the blue. And then lastly, not important and not urgent, red. Place these in the delete quadrant. These are F for file for bin, because in short, you shouldn't really be doing them in the first place. So they're taking you away from your primary focus, your primary goals of the day. And obviously this may vary due to the perception of urgency and importance that you're going to place on what that's come in, but mainly these tasks don't even need to be done and are going to be wasting your time. So you now have 2 tools to help you prioritize your work, ensuring that you can do the high value tasks first and make smart decisions on how to plan the rest of your to-do list. Okie dokie, still got everyone here. Cool. So When is the right time to start leveling up and owning your confidence, which in turn is going to allow you to supercharge your leads, your opportunities, and your income? And when is the right time to be bold and break out in both your business and in your life? Well, there is a Chinese proverb that many of you may have already heard of, that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the next best time is right now, which is why I'm very, very, very excited to personally invite you to my very, very exciting being the optimum word, brand new high performance group training program, the Confidence Accelerator program. So I am so really, really stoked about this, and I hope you are too as well. So is the Confidence Accelerator for you? Well, it is for you if you are ready to amplify your confidence. You believe that having more confidence will enable you to show up and stand out. You want to become more vibrant, more energized, more motivated, more fulfilled. You are ready to power up your business and level up your life. And the Confidence Accelerator program is for you if you are ready to break out of your comfort zone and achieve electrifying results. Okay, so this is some of the stuff, just some of the things that you're going to learn. You're going to learn how to discover your purpose in order to power up your confidence. You're going to learn how to set yourself up for success and smash your goals. You're going to learn the secrets behind the bulletproof mindset. You're going to learn how to deploy discipline in order to massively boost your productivity, how to boldly project yourself into the world and confidently show up and stand out in order to open yourself up to so many more opportunities and leads. And you're going to learn how to break out of your comfort zone and unleash your inner superpower. And finally, you're going to learn how to showcase your most authentic self. And of course, we're going to learn how to make more money, which is going to allow you to do the things that you want to do with the people that you want to do it with. It's all about time with the people that matter most to us. Okay, so what is included? So all 6 modules that we've been through, that we've lightly kind of touched on today, broken down into small, biteable, easy to digest chunks, delivered live to accelerate your confidence and ultimately supercharge your income in your business. I'm going to deliver that over 6 weeks at a pace that will drive your progress, but without overwhelming you. You're also going to get all of my digital assets that I use every day in my business to achieve my goals. And not only do you get the 6 modules, all of my digital assets, including blueprints, templates, planners, workbooks, but you also get this. And this isn't put out there very often. And I know because I've done my market research on this. There's going to be a private WhatsApp group, support group for daily guidance and accountability. Now, this isn't just going to be any old WhatsApp group that you're going to be like keeping to the back of your archive section and like dreading every time it pings. This is 3 months of daily accountability and support, but structured in a way that you'll massively benefit from both my expertise in answering your questions, problem solving with you, holding you to account, but also the power of community, the power of being able to see others who ask questions, the answers to those questions, to be inspired, to be supported, and to be spurred on. Remembering a rising tide lifts all boats. And if that wasn't enough, I can just see it on your faces right now. There is also an event only bonus. So this is a one-off bonus. So a very special one-off extra module delivered by an expert speaker on how to take control of your finances and accelerate your path to wealth in 2024 and beyond. Because it's all well and good supercharging your income, but if you don't know how to manage it and ensure it's growing in the right way for your future, then you're never going to reach that vision and destination that you are working your asses off for right now. So today's investment for this launch is 397, which I can assure you will be getting increased on future launches. Hopefully you can see from what I've kind of touched on this evening and what I've included within this program that this is excellent value for money. And I know for a fact that there's comparable courses out there, high performance programs, again, because I've done my market research, that are 5 times the amount of this program. And they don't deliver anywhere near as much as what I'm going to deliver for you guys. And I've purposefully priced it this way because I want to make it accessible to as many people as possible. My mission here is to under-promise and over-deliver. And I hope then for what you've seen from me over the last couple of years, if you've been in my world in the last year in the Riding High movement, that is something that holds true, or that certainly rings true for me. I under-promise and I over-deliver in everything that I do. Now, what I want to move on to next is this quote, because I love this quote. If we all did the things we are capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves. Thomas Edison. I love that one. Powerful, powerful tool, powerful quote. So I'm hoping that this slide isn't lost on the majority of you, but for those that might not be familiar, this is the moment in the Matrix where Morpheus offers Neo a choice between 2 pills. The blue pill represents ordinary life. It means comfort, stability, continuing the daily grind, but ultimately mediocrity. On the other hand, in the red pill, this is going to awaken you to what else is out there. Opportunity, growth, achieving more than you ever thought possible. But to experience this, there's a harsh reality, a truth to accept. That to experience the good things in life, we have to go out there, we have to get it, we have to grab it. Opportunities with both hands in order to grow and move forward, to surround ourselves with those that are going to lift us up rather than pull us down. And above all else, we've got to go out there and take relentless action. But the reward could be massive. So what you do next is entirely your decision. So what pill is it going to be? Okay, so I want to come back to the questions. So lastly then, on the final slide, before I jump into the questions, for the technically gifted, or the not so technically gifted, that do want to scan this code, you don't actually take a picture of it. You just scan your camera in front of it and it'll pick up the link. So that will take you through straight to the course. I've also put the link on the bottom for you as well if you just want to go old school and just tap in the link. So if this wasn't enough, I've also got another little special event bonus. Bit of a fast action bonus for anyone that books before tomorrow evening. You're also going to receive a free one-to-one strategy call with me, a service normally valued at 250 quid. So anyone that books this in before 10 p.m. tomorrow night, you're going to receive that as part of your program, as a special event offer. And this will only be for the people that are on this call tonight, or for those that have registered for this webinar. So I've also got, before I jump into to questions, I need to announce the winner. Are they even on? Are they on? I need to announce the winner of the challenge that I ran last week. Okay, so and she is on tonight. So the challenge, the prize that I'm giving away tonight was, ran a challenge for those that weren't there last week on powering up your profile. And this person essentially just absolutely smashed it from start to finish, which is on point with everything that she did. She was super supportive of everyone in the community and in the group as well. She just absolutely like smashed the whole lot. So the winner, is Lisa Daly. You won the challenge last week, my lovely, because you were amazing. So thoroughly deserved. And you are going to have as your special prize a one-to-one social profile and current marketing strategy call with me. Okay, so we'll book that in after this soon. So yeah, that is your prize, my lovely. Very, very much deserved. Right, okay, I'm going to stop sharing screen and I am going to open up for any questions. Right, let me see if I have got, where's my questions gone? Okay, cool. And if anyone wants to come off mute and ask me something just while I'm having a look, please feel free. Christina, red pill, yes. Lindsay, love your mission. Sharon, when will you be starting? So it's going to be, off the top of my head, it's the 26th of June. We're going to be starting, and predominantly it will be Wednesdays. But what I've also probably failed to mention is if you can't make any of the sessions live, then it doesn't matter, because everything's going to be recorded. You've got your own private members vault where everything will be stored, all the blueprints, the templates, the workbooks, the planners, all the recordings will go. So for any reason you can't make any of the live sessions, then you'll have lifetime access to it anyway. So it will all be there. All the tools will be there, all the strategies, all the modules for you to go through at your own leisure. So Steph, never trust blue food, Chris, unless it's a frog. I'm going to enjoy going back through these questions. Christina, can you pop the link in the chat? Yes. Can I pop the link in the chat? Yes, I will do that now. But any other questions that I've missed? Steph was going to read the questions out for me, but I don't actually think she's online. I think they're...
No, I am online. I think there was a question about who is Brian Tracy. Someone asked that.
What's that?
There's a question. Someone asked, who is Brian Tracy?
Who is Brian Tracy?
Yeah.
He's the author who wrote the book Eat That Frog.
Yeah, well, he's written lots and lots and lots of books. Yeah, he's an author. Yeah, he's a high performance coach. Just an absolute legend in the coaching industry. So yeah, he's got a lot of books out there. If you haven't come across him, then there's the link, I think. Yeah, I would definitely recommend checking him out. He is epic, very inspirational, explains things in a really, really easy to digest manner. If you had to read one book this week, what would it be? I think just Atomic Habits. That's just, I just go back over that one as many times as I can. It's like, in fact, it's normally on the table. I don't know where it is right now. Got some thank yous. Any other questions? Any others, Steph? Have you seen any? Thank you so much.
No,
that was a huge surprise.
no, I don't think so.
Cool. Okay. Well, if there's no questions, then I will love you and leave you. I will leave the link for everybody. You'll all get the email that will come out after this anyway, that will have the recording for everyone that wasn't able to catch up with us live. The link will be on there for you to go straight into the vault, as it were, to log in. So thank you for being a really great audience. It's been an absolute pleasure to deliver this presentation for you this evening. This is a new presentation, new masterclass, and yeah, you've been super engaged, and yeah, thank you for your time. And if that is everything, I will let you go, guys. Remember, whatever you do, enjoy the ride. I would love to see you guys on the Confidence Accelerator program. If you've got any questions and you want to ask me privately after this, then please don't hesitate in reaching out. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you soon. Take care, guys.